volunteers and board help with that. And our Easy Care has been updated. There's been a couple little glitches, but Jane's been communicating. We have good support with Easy Care to work through those problems. And I, with the empowerment funding for professional development, I was able to get It's the Law to training. It was very educational, and I have some policies here. I was going to, maybe for the next meeting, have the board approve, look at some things that we need to add. I got a little more knowledge of what needs to be going on, and I just seen some things that the center needs, so I will copy those and get those off to you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. And it says here, I had 47 children. That, it breaks down. It's one more than it was last month, but our pay has been, there's
47
more,
full-time equivalents.
Right. Like I said, we had 91 different children in, so it evaluates down to 47 children.
From Rockwell City, the prison donated some...
Yes, they had some outside games, ring toss. Another one's a beanbag toss. They toss and the thing's flipped and they try to get tic-tac-toe. And there was a third one, and I can't think of it. They're nice wooden ones.
They made over there,
and they have them here at the center for the kids to play outside.
That was nice of them to do that.
Yeah. And I believe that's it, unless you guys have any questions or comments. That
do we have the grants outstanding right now that we're waiting to hear on, or the sign?
I didn't get that grant. That was through the endowment.
That's right. Okay.
They could only fund so many. It wasn't because they didn't think our need was a good need. It was just there's only so many, and we have received the funding 2 previous years, so they're just trying to spread it around. So. Excuse me. The empowerment has several of the grants that I'm continually working on. One is professional development. That if there's any training, like there's a Storm Lake training, there's a seminar there they're doing on May 10th, and I think there's maybe 2 staff out of the center that aren't going to go up to the speakers in for it's an all-day seminar, so that will pay for the training for that. There's a excuse me, that tickle in my throat. The professional development, the ECRS, the environmental rating, it's to help with the environment of the room, making sure that we have the safety needs met and the curriculum needs met for the room. And there's an on-kind growth grant that we're working on to continue, and that's just for the 4-year-old room right now that's going on. So those are the kind of grants that there is, and I'm getting ready to write for the grant for the food program for food and nutrition, for promoting activities for them.
And then any old business that we need to discuss?
Is that a news business or I don't have any old?
Okay. And then moving on to new business.
The approval of the hire. Yes, these guys. I had the resignation of staff on Monday. So she'll have, I guess that wasn't on the agenda. I just thought we'd go underneath the new business for the approval of new hirees, and I guess I have the resignation letter from Nancy Detman for a teacher associate, and I have the resignation of Carrie Friedman and Amy Lane as cleaning for the building. So as of May 1st, they'll be done cleaning. We'll need to be finding a new cleaning person for that. So
we can approve the resignation next month if we have to.
Okay.
Down at a certain time.
Okay. For the new employees, I have Alicia Varney. She's from Sac City, and she's working as a teacher's aide throughout the building in different rooms. And then Tiffany Williams is a teacher's aide, and she's from Sac City as well. And she's again floating throughout the building. Elaine Grace is from, that name is Elaine Jones. She went back to her maiden name. She is from Lakeview, and she is currently working in the 4-year-old room as a teacher's aide in that room. So I was looking for approval for those employees.
I move that we approve those 3 hires.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All right.
And so kind of going back to the cleaning, you're looking for the cleaning person right now. Do you have any?
There isn't really anybody in the building that has stepped up, so I'll have to put an ad in the paper and ask.
They're done May 1st?
Yes, they are. So if you know of any recommendations, I can...
Well, I guess I jumped ahead. That was a little further.
Yeah, I guess that is done. That's all right. Carol, I think in your secretary's book, there's a list of what the committees that we used to have. I could not find that. I meant to ask you before the meeting. The committee, we were looking at redesignating, the ones that were for fundraising, budget, and there was two other ones. Do you remember, Steve?
Building grounds.
Do you have any idea what the other ones are? I couldn't find it in my books. That's the MLB. It was just a piece of paper that listed the committees and who were on the committees.
Maybe for next month we could put that on the agenda to reassign the committees.
Okay. I'll try to do more. Maybe there's another book in the closet, but I couldn't find the committee, the committee heads, or, that were there, and we were looking to, we've had some new board members on, and we were looking for people to take the places of some of those committees, to try to get that committee reactivated and involved again in certain areas. Not there.
Marketing, fundraising, finance, buildings and grounds, and volunteers.
Marketing, fundraising, buildings and grounds, volunteers.
Probably get that tomorrow. You want to discuss it tonight, or do you want to?
We should probably put that on the agenda, don't you think, too?
It's on here.
Oh,
It is on
Yeah.
there, but I don't know whether
Okay.
We don't have all
just
of
assign them tonight, or...
There's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
When we last did this, we had a larger board.
I know. Actually, volunteer, I would think that the volunteer group, with Dorothy Blau, who's the president of that, and there's a committee, a board that is, I think there's a 5-member board from the volunteer, but that group were pretty much, they communicate through me. I attend their monthly meetings. I don't know if we would if we would need that. I guess the 3, would be probably finance for sure, and a fundraising committee. I don't know. We had talked about that at a previous meeting, and I was just, getting the information for you guys, so whatever. And I guess you guys don't have to do those. If you think of, we are only working with a 7-member board now, so it's just nice, like if I have a concern, I can go to one person and bounce things off of. But we do have I have the internet, and I pretty much try to share with you all what I know through that. So I don't know.
Well, I think maybe we should appoint some members too,
Okay.
just to make sure that it's up to date on these things. First of all, should we start with the finance? Steve, would you be willing to be on the finance?
What do you, we had 3 and 4, but like you said, we had a 9-member board then, and now we're down to 7, so.
I even think we might have had a bigger board than that when this was.
Yeah, we might have.